Alright, here's your super quick guide to photosynthesis. Whether you're cramming for a test or just curious about how plants work their magic, you're in the right place. If you need to revise or just want to finally get what happens inside a leaf, stick around. This will be snappy, simple, and actually pretty cool. So what is photosynthesis really? Let's break it down. It's nature's way of making lunch, plants making their own food using sunlight. Imagine if you could just stand outside and soak up the sun for your next meal. Plants don't order takeaways like we do, they use a bit of science magic instead. They're the original chefs, cooking up food from scratch with just a few simple ingredients. Where does all this happen? Inside chloroplasts, tiny factories inside plant cells, filled with a green pigment called chlorophyll. These are like microscopic kitchens, working away in every green leaf. That's why leaves are green, by the way. Chlorophyll is what gives them that vibrant color, and it's also the key ingredient for capturing sunlight. What do plants need for this trick? 3 things, and they're all around us. First, carbon dioxide from the air. Plants suck it in through tiny holes called stomata on the underside of their leaves. These stomata open and close, letting in the gas plants need to start the process. Second, water from the soil, which travels up through the plant's roots. The roots act like straws, pulling water up to every cell that needs it. And third, sunlight. That's the energy boost that kicks everything off. Without sunlight, the whole process just wouldn't happen. Here's the process, really simple. Let's walk through it step by step. Plants grab carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil. These 2 ingredients are the building blocks for everything that comes next. Sunlight hits the chlorophyll, which acts like solar panels, capturing that energy. The chlorophyll absorbs the light, turning it into chemical energy the plant can use. The plant uses this to mash together carbon dioxide and water, making glucose, the plant's food, and releasing oxygen as a bonus. Glucose is like plant fuel, powering growth, flowers, and fruit. The oxygen, meanwhile, is released back into the air. That's the fresh air we breathe, thanks to plants working hard every day. If you want to sound clever, the word equation goes like this. Carbon dioxide plus water with a splash of sunlight gives you glucose and oxygen. It's like a recipe. Mix these ingredients, add sunlight, and you get food and fresh air. Or if you're feeling fancy, 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O, add light, equals C6H12O6 plus 6 O2. That's the scientific way to say it, and it's the same process happening in every green plant you see. But why should you care? Well, photosynthesis is life's MVP. Without it, there'd be no food, no oxygen, and no life as we know it. It makes food for the plants, which then feeds everything else. Animals, humans, you name it. Every bite you take, every breath you breathe, traces back to photosynthesis. Even the biggest forests and tiniest houseplants are all busy making food and oxygen, keeping our planet healthy and balanced. It also releases oxygen so we can breathe, and keeps carbon dioxide and oxygen balanced in our air. Plants are like the planet's air filters, working 24/7. So next time you see a green leaf, remember, it's a mini food factory and air purifier all in one. That little leaf is doing some seriously important work. That's photosynthesis in a nutshell. Quick, easy, essential. It's the reason our world is green and full of life. Now you're ready for your test, or to impress at lunchtime. Next time someone asks how plants eat, you'll have the answer, and then some.